Hello, everyone. My name is Aaron Yeager. I'm your Calc 1 instructor this semester, and I just wanted to make a video to show you how to find things on the D2L page, as well as introduce myself, just go over some stuff that needs to get handled before Monday. So the first thing is this class has been split into 3 different sections. So make sure you look at which CRN you have for which time, which day that you are allowed to come to class, because of the social distancing that the classes can only hold so many people. So make sure to first get that handled. And then let me share my screen with you so I could show you what's on D2L. All right, so this is what you should see on the front end. I have it viewing as if I'm a student, so you should be able to see this exact thing. This is the descriptions on which days you're supposed to come to class. So, okay, so on D2L, you'll see this, and then, so everything's gonna be under the content tab. Okay, so this is what you should see here. Now I have everything up and ready to go. So it's first you have the syllabus, do this first, read this thing about Hawks, and then this is where you're going to sign up for Hawks, and then you get into the homework. So let me click on these to start going through them. So here you have the syllabus. So first read this. Okay, so it has usual type stuff in it. So this is going to be a flipped course. So all the content is going to be put on D2L before the class periods, and we'll have discussions over the weekly material. So you're going to want to get through like most all of it before you have your meeting, so that like that way we can discuss what any questions you might have or any problems. So the office hours are Monday at 8 to 9:30. Thursday at 9 to 11, and Friday 2 different times, 9:30 to 10:45, and then also 12:30 to 1:45, or by appointment. So where these office hours are going to be held is they're going to be held online. So everyone should have something in, have a course called office hours. I've added everyone into this course. So this is where you go to find the office hours. So then you go to content, and then this thing, Collaborate Ultra. And then at this point, there would be a meeting to join. So it'd be sort of like a Zoom meeting. So, and I won't have this running open the whole time that the office hours are on here, because that eats up a whole bunch of bandwidth. But what I'll have is I'll be accessible by email at any time during those office hours immediately, so that like then I would say, okay, meet me in the office hours. Then I go over here and I'll schedule an appointment, and you'll know which one to click on. So you'd click on it and I'd be in there waiting for you. And if there's any troubles with this thing getting set up, we could go to Zoom and we could have office hours there. And I have a web camera that will show my handwriting so we can communicate math, and I'll be able to go in between that camera and the regular camera on my computer. So that's where the office hours are. All right, let me get back to content here. Oh, I'm in the office hours still. Let me go back to the course. So Calc 1. All right, so everything's in content. So first you'd read through the syllabus. Let me just go highlight a couple other things in there real quick. So office hours, you know where they're at. Then it just goes into stuff we're gonna cover, what is in this course, and so on. Further stuff about the course. All right, so here's some important stuff. So when, for taking the exams will also be online through Hawks. The exams will be using a lockdown browser and a webcam to film them. So you'll need this is not accessible on a Chromebook. So if you have a Chromebook, you need to get a different computer. You can either, or you take the exam on a different computer. You can check one out through the school if need be. But the Chromebook won't be able to accept using those type of features. And so you'll need and you also need the webcam that will be filming the exams as well. And if you need a computer for that, they have them. You can check them out through school. So let me get a little further. So just go through everything on here. The methods of evaluation, there's going to be homework and exams. All the homework is done on Hawks. We'll get into Hawks here in a second. There's 4 tests and a final. The lowest amongst the 4 tests is going to be dropped. And then, so like So the failure to not follow the exam directions. So that means like when you take the test and like we'll have a little mock homework assignment so you'll know how to deal with it before we have an actual exam. But you'll have to like take the webcam on your computer and kind of scan the room and make sure that like nothing else is in there, like say notes that you would be like basically kind of copying from or something. So you just be taking the exam with a piece of paper and your calculator if you want it. And so yeah, so just like following the directions of like it walks you through those things so you'll know exactly what you're supposed to do. And then further stuff in here, it just has the breakdown of the grades and how this whole thing is set up, the weights. So that's everything on that. So, okay, so then you've gone through the syllabus. Then now, next you're gonna wanna read through this. So this is each one of these. So the first one is just kind of an overview of what is Hawks, how does it work in relation to a homework system. The next one talks about formatting, how you would type in certain things like say 1/2 or 0.5, things of that nature. And then this one is shortcuts. So like you don't have to type in the word derivative, there's a little symbol for derivative, and this will show you like little shortcuts. And you don't have to use those if you don't want, but just for speed. And eventually, like this is Calculus 1. You'll also be using Hawks for Calc 2 and Calc 3. And one good thing about Hawks is it's a one-time purchase. So you don't have to buy it again next semester and in Calc 2 or next fall for Calc 3. This is the one-time purchase and you're going to get all of them. And you don't need a book. All you have to do is sign up for Hawks. So that's where you click on this one, where to go to sign up for Hawks. And then you would click this SSO, I think it's single service on like online accessibility or something. But you click on that. This is gonna look different for me because I'm already signed up in it. But make sure you just want to like once you're going through it, the course you want to get into is Jaeger Calculus 1 Fall 2020. So make sure it's this one right here. So that's the name of the course that you're going to be entering in Hawks. So if you have the code, you'll have to enter it in right then. If not, then you'll have a 2-week free window to try a trial period. And then after the 2 weeks, you have to pay the money to keep the subscription continuing on. And like I said, you don't need to buy the book. You're just purchasing this code here. If you already have the book, then you have the code, then you'll enter in the code when it prompts you to do so. All right, let's go back to, so then after you've done that, then you're ready to go. Then once you start doing your homework, this is the homework for this week right here. So, and all this is review, so we're not really going to start calculus until next Monday. And I'll have everything posted so that you can like they'll be posted by mid next week. So if you're working ahead, you can start going into future ones. But so there's a video, so you click the video and then watch the video on this review section here. And there's always going to be a little video. So let me go back. And then after you've watched that video, then you're going to go into here and start to do the homework. So the way it looks is you have learn, practice, and certify. So certify is the actual part where you're doing the homework that's actually graded. The learn part is just a little bit more. It's like reading the book and like more stuff to supplement the video. You probably want to go through that, and then practice. Definitely you're going to want to practice some of the problems and taking notes while you're doing these two, as well as watching that video, taking notes, so that when you get over this certify one, it's going to go real easy. So the way the certify one works is it's set at a mastery of 81%. But yeah, I would suggest doing all the problems, because then if you do all the problems are game for once the exam comes. And this is set up that like you can only miss you miss 2 problems and this kicks you out of this certify, and you got to go back and practice more. So it'll make you practice some more before you certify this. So you're going to want to do this first, practicing these problems and taking notes while you're doing them, so that when you're over here, it's nice and easy and you're able to just get through the problems easy. And so that's the format of how Hawks works. All right, let's go back to here. And so there's 4 sections for next week. that have to be done by Friday. They're all due on Friday at 11:59 p.m. And these are just all review for stuff that what's going to happen in Calc 1 here. So that's the main stuff of where everything is on here. So and there's a grade book in D2L, and Hawks is going to be dumping the grades into there, but it does it in the middle of the night. So if you want to know what your exact grade is, say after you finished a homework assignment, you want to look at the grade book in Hawks, because it doesn't update in this D2L until at a later moment in time. So like you want to, the Hawks is going to have your grade right at this second, whereas where D2L, it doesn't update until at nighttime. So it's best to probably just check that grade book on Hawks if you want to know, like after an assignment, what you have and how that's running. And then that is all the main stuff for everything in the course right now for what we speak. And if you want, you can start working on stuff over the weekend. You don't have to. Of course, like class doesn't start till Monday, but I just felt like since I have everything uploaded and if I had the syllabus ready to go, so you could see if you need to purchase the book or not, that I'd open everything. And if you want to start working on it, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. But like stuff is due on Friday, and it's all review at this point. And so if you look at any of that stuff and like when you come to class next week, and if you have any questions over it, we'll cover some of the problems and look at them. We can just help get through all those, and then we'll start the real concepts of calculus in the next week. And then and that's the big picture. What we'll cover is like the big picture of calculus is basically, they'd say the rate of change, or how is something changing, understanding that, and then understanding also the difference between something really small and something really big, and how to explain it mathematically. Like something like the small thing they would call epsilon, the big thing they call infinity, and then trying to gauge like what happens in a real small area, or what happens as things get large. And that's the big picture of it. And I hope you guys enjoy the course. I'm glad to be your professor this semester. And contact me through my email if you have any questions over anything. And I'm looking forward to this semester and meeting all of you. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you.